You're on the agenda for tonight for something else, right?
Yeah, okay.
The discussion we asked.
You too, thank
Okay.
you.
We have the agenda
Yeah, there are fans.
up here. Here it is. I got it. Yeah,
For the minutes.
it's not on the agenda for tonight. No.
No, here's the agenda.
What is that?
Hey, what's up?
Hey,
How you
good.
doing?
Hi, nice to meet you.
Oh, it's good to see you.
Okay,
This
so.
is
This is
minutes. No,
No,
agenda.
they're in the very. They are-
But this is the talk about it.
Hello, how are you?
Hey,
Good?
how are you?
Good, good.
Have
What's Yes, what's your address or?
1193.
Oh. mm,
Oh, for discussion for a master permit.
Oh, yeah.
Discussion?
Yeah. Yes, because this was a, they're doing an exterior.
Correct.
Yeah, so the building official sent it back to us and we come back here. So since this is the first time, I put some notes on the comment.
Okay.
That you can use to bring some plans to show.
What are you?
Okay.
What,
So if you have any
what
plans.
items?
Yeah, someone's.
Yeah, oh, okay.
Crazy traffic. and I was
Yeah,
like-
yeah, okay, good, good,
So,
good.
yeah, but I'm like, looks like we're on the agenda.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna start calling in who's here. We're gonna go
Okay.
on the order of the agenda.
What's the
but
address, I'm sorry?
Calling in who's present first. So,
It looks like I'll be back.
1011.
One, two.
Yeah, you-
So you're
okay,
for
okay.
swimming pool too?
No, not for the, maybe my full contract in my view.
And then for you're on here for two different items.
I'm not here for the first. the full contract.
Okay. But you're for? Or which address? 120th Street, okay. Yes, Carla.
Yes,
He's coming in like some 11.
we have the table right there. That's where you can lay out.
Hi there. No, but just tell me which item you're here for.
Well, we're not.
Okay, we're not the code enforcement board, we're the planning board, so you wouldn't be here for a violation, but if you're on the, you have to be on our agenda for tonight. Are you, what's the address? Are you, were you told that you were on the agenda tonight? Do you have any type of, so you're doing a, it's like a question you have for us, right?
Yeah, we found the paperwork from X, it's your copy from the office. So you must know that this property will stay there. I know. Construction. So we bought this property with this. You have it, so we just came to try to figure out how.
Have you, is there like an order to demolish? Or-
Yeah, we have a violation to either legalize that or. So the lady from the office said, come to you and ask. Keep the, this is the rule. Was there more than.
Okay, well. Yeah, there wouldn't, I mean, we're the planning board, so there would be a reason why you would have an order to demolish. What is that? Yeah. Is there, you wanna look this up? So you would have to be a walk-on item, so, I'd have to just check with the board to see if because this is gonna be a discussion item, we're not voting on it. We could just give you.
Just.
Address?
What's your address?
Regarding a.
116.
Okay. Again, I don't know anything about it, so I can't. 6:30, that's 13 Boulevard? Yeah. Okay. Out of your-
That the, is that the RV that you're talking?
No, that's structure in the back. No, RV, the big RV spot, and small one, we got inside. That will be in the car.
Sorry, oh, I didn't know. Oh, the little dude, took a nasty header right as I was leaving the house, so. I mean, kids are made out of gummy bears, so he's fine, but had to slow down the crying.
What's your property? 11440 Northeast 10. For Air Driveway, code 3, but.
Is he okay?
Yeah. I mean.
Glad.
Kids are made out of gummy bear, but. But when you're one, then you. I mean, it was a legitimate bounce off of his head, so it's like, all right. He does now. All right. All right, I'm ready. Sorry about that, everybody.
Everyone's address. I got it.
Okay, you guys all ready? Hi,
Mhm.
Scarlett. Hi,
Yep.
David. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. All right, so let's, can you guys, if you don't mind, please. Good evening, everyone. This is the Village of Biscayne Park Planning and Designing Review Board for Monday, October 16th, 2023. It's now, 6:33. Do the roll call, Scarlett Hammonds.
Here.
David Gruen.
Here.
Gage Hartung, I'm here, as well as Raphael from the Building Department. Edward Leva is not gonna be here, and he did send a letter. I get a motion to
Motion to excuse.
Second.
David Carl, on favor, say aye. Aye. All right, we'll go with the residents that are here, in order of the agenda. So the first I have, it would be, for the swimming pool for 5C 11011 Northeast 9th Court, sir. Am I just gonna skip the pool?
Yeah.
Cause you don't are you the owner? You're not the owner? Okay, so we'll, then that's gonna be, but the next one would be 5B. Do we have anything new on this? Let me just look at this really quick. It was denied because of a rear setback, so did they resubmit? Let's see what they submitted. There's no page 7. So I'm clicking on this and there's only one page. Unless it's at the top of the bottom. Here it is. You have to go out of the agenda and go back up to the top of the Dropbox. So all. All the drawings I have say 7.5 feet for that rear setback. Has anybody seen anything different?
There's two different ones that say 7 foot.
I mean, it says new document after page 7.
Page 7 is the impervious versus pervious,
Yeah,
but what is coming after it is the dimensions in relation to just the pool.
the pool itself.
Yeah, except then the,
Then page 9 is.
says 7
same
foot
setback.
6 still.
Can I just show you really quick? So what we have here is this still the same? You're showing a 7'6" setback to the water line in the rear. It needs to be 10. Yeah, so that's why it was denied the first time, was the 7'6" rear setback and needs to be 10. So it says that we received new documents after page 7, but we're not showing any other new documents. Here's page 8. Here's the lot coverage, which is correct. But that's a dimension of the pool itself. And I'm not showing a new document showing the new setback. Okay, so.
Motion to deny.
Yeah. All in favor, say aye. Aye, so it's re-denied. I mean, we already denied it once. Next is the same address. Sorry, just grab my agenda. It is
So it's.
five D 11011 Northeast Ninth Court, adding a foyer to the entrance to the property. Or you can actually put it right here on this table and we'll come up and take a look at it. You had, the next one, five, we denied this again. I mean, it was already denied, but we denied it again. So this one is 5D. You would just want to walk us through it really quick, sir?
Was this a duplex before and they're like
Yes.
closing in that little front area?
Yes. So this is the existing entry.
Okay.
Before we tried to make the foyer a little bit closer, but because of the setback, God knows we have to comply.
Yeah.
As long as we made it to 3 feet,
It
it
was-
was fine.
30 feet.
Yeah.
Existing front setback, okay?
So right now it's at literally, we put it right here. Literally existing. At 3 feet right now.
It's 30 feet. So is there a dimensioned drawing showing this column with the front setback? Because that's not it. Proposed,
Like
this
a
is,
proposed, you on a proposed,
well, something that's in document that's in writing, like this
but you just wanted to show.
existing site plan with proposed addition. So this is, these are the columns here. This is the 30 feet setback. Is that what you're saying?
Yes,
Okay, so this is what we're looking for, is to make sure that this is in fact 30. So that shows it there.
You get what, like basically what it's saying, it's just a line that goes from there to there that says 30 feet, 0.6 inches.
so some,
Or is that what that,
I
this
think this
is?
is what this is right
Yeah,
here.
that's
Yeah.
the property line.
And there's the revision date, So it's,
Yeah,
it's showing
So
it.
that's the line to that.
Okay, so
okay.
it's 30 feet. So let's just look at what it looks like. That's the existing,
So it's basically just
some
putting it
columns.
under covered air.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, you're closing in this,
Yeah,
incorrect-
this area
this,
was
this
closing,
is
yeah.
what
This
you're
is-
adding here.
Correct, correct.
And is there an elevation showing this, the front and side? I think you had it on the
Yeah.
next page.
No, back 2 pages.
No. There was something he showed it.
Yeah, the elevation.
Okay, so it's like a little flat roof.
Yeah.
Just kind of sitting out. Kind of proud of the main roof.
Yep.
Okay,
That's
Yeah,
nice.
that's interesting. So,
No, and I like the front area is closed in and now it has double doors, so it's what the first thing that I had to do to my house to make it not look like it was.
I do like
duplex.
Yeah,
but you're gonna come back for from some window.
yeah, yeah.
Okay,
All right,
are these big windows are existing? That's exactly what they are?
They
Is
were
this
existing already, yeah.
that big?
Yep.
Wow, okay.
So all we did was.
Those some
replace-
big
yeah,
single hung
yeah.
windows. But you're gonna do a separate permit for all the windows and
Correct,
everything of the new
correct.
stuff.
Correct.
motion to.
So, all good. This has been uploaded into. the-
Yes, it's
okay.
uploaded.
Okay. Motion, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Okay. Oh. You didn't put that on. That was David Scarlett, all in favor, say. Yeah. it was approved. Thank you, sir.
Yep.
Did anybody else come in? You got the- okay. Next will be 6B, 740 Northeast 120th Street, temporary construction fence improvement development LLC.
Motion to approve. It's just like a little short part connecting all of the different wood fences to the other. With the double swinging gate.
But is the fence all the way around the perimeter?
Yeah, it says wood fences, that's what I just kind of read.
It's
through.
a 6 foot fence all the way around the perimeter.
Yeah.
Second.
Okay, all in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
You're good. Thank you, sir. Carlos, are you on the agenda? Are you on the agenda? Okay. I'll make sure I don't miss anything. Oh, so it's actually, sorry, everyone. He's ahead of everybody else.
I guess the permit for the bonfire.
Yeah.
Pile
So,
Saying they had a permit for the bonfire for the giant pile of wood.
before we go any further, I'm sorry, we do have a question that came in for 630 Northeast 121st Street. I'm gonna add it as 7C, the discussion item. They are here, 630 Northeast 121st Street. The question for us. Okay, so back up to the top of the agenda, 640 Northeast 121st Street, new construction. This is for the final review, right? No. I just added you to the agenda, so you'll unfortunately be last. Do you have drawings for us, Carlos? You do have drawings? Because you're actually at the top of the agenda, so you get to go next. Okay, so if you want to just show us something. This is in the Dropbox, right?
Yeah, you had to like trim off small parts.
If you can't, your the last thing you want to discuss. I think that's the minutes. David, I'm gonna let you look at it.
No.
It was, I think the only thing was a lot coverage is just.
Yeah.
Okay, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Okay. Good luck. We talk sometime. Thank you. Yeah, I need to.
That was your leverage right there. You should have pushed them to the back of the agenda. They were not approving each other. Oh, it's on the calendar.
Thank you. All right, so back. 6H, 11410 Northeast 10th Avenue, repaired driveway, Teresa Green.
Basically, we had a pool put in and, oh, sorry. We had a pool put in and the, contractors put the pool in, wrecked our existing concrete driveway. To the point where we couldn't even pull a car in, so, there was also an issue with the new pool, the impervious amount for the total property. So we've had to basically rip out the old driveway and we're just gonna put gravel in there right now with a concrete trim. Along the four sides. It's exactly the same dimensions as the existing driveway.
Okay, so it's,
Also, it's 1144.
yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, it's 11440.
1040.
Yeah, 11440. Yeah.
So the agenda is wrong.
Yeah, the agenda is wrong.
140.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's really a new driveway, because I mean, you completely removed the.
Yeah, it had to be completely removed because it was it
But
was wrecked.
is it going in like the exact same?
Exactly the same dimensions. Everything's the same.
that-
Only it's gonna be gravel now because we don't wanna overdo the,
Cement trim.
with a cement trim, so we don't overdo the impervious amount.
So a couple things, we need details, because you have to order it
Yep.
on all
18
sides,
inches, correct?
Yeah.
which
18
are
inch.
not on the application. There's no dimensions or no. nothing
Should be
that's
when I
marked.
did, should be there on the actual survey drawn out, but. we'll put it in there.
And then what type of gravel is it? Because it's gotta be gravel, not river rock or not, limestone rock.
No, it's not
It's
limestone.
gotta be actual.
It's
gravel.
actual gravel, yeah.
And which I don't see any kind of noting. I don't actually have any dimension. Concrete driveway has been removed. That's the only note here. Am I
Is that the only of those, but
missing something?
You know what type of gravel, like what color it is?
Black.
Black slate.
black slate?
Is that okay?
Yeah, it's not noted anywhere.
Alright.
And
So I motion pending uploading of that part, like the 18-inch.
that's fine. I mean, they just can't issue the permit until it's all submitted. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I can, I can get that done tomorrow. Yeah.
It's gotta be staying in the same footprint.
So motion to approve pending upload of clarification regarding 18-inch border and color of gravel.
And then that's 2 weeks, right?
Like a picture of it. I'm sorry?
That's 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
No,
He's making a motion,
We can
so
just do-
yeah, I just, Scarlett, you have to say.
Halloween, House of Samantha.
Yeah, I have a question.
Okay.
but you can't start until that
Right.
stuff is actually provided.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Can is there a specific document you want me to use to? Or should I just?
For this.
Yeah.
Like on your survey, if you upload a new version of it, and what I would do is maybe use a highlighter around the edges. And then like highlight and say like 18-inch concrete border, and then you write like black slate gravel on the same
picture
thing.
of the gravel.
Yeah, if you do that, then it's like, oh, cool, that checks our boxes, but.
Yeah, no, I think that.
It will come back to us
Yeah,
for
if you
final
guys
approval
are
last.
intending
year,
to-
but
yeah.
it will be approved based on the motion that's being made.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, second.
But just to make sure it's 18 and 8.
I'm sorry.
I just want to make sure that we're clear on the requirements. I always
Yep.
get them mixed up.
18, you're saying?
It's, you have to have a border along the street that's
That's 18 inches and then
18
8 inches
around
around
the
the
perimeter.
edges that are not the whale size.
Well,
You can,
18 all around and 20 at the street.
Yeah,
yeah,
Hey.
that's fine. Yeah.
okay. What I'll do is I'll notate that
that's the minimum.
and then I'll put it. in.
Yep.
All right, perfect.
So that you know the next.
So I motion Scarlett, seconded.
All in favor, say aye. Aye.
I,
We just approved it with the amendments of, as long as they provide that information, you can issue the permit.
Okay, so I'll get that uploaded tomorrow and then I'll put a note on the file.
Yeah.
And then we'll go from there.
And just shoot it over to me, so I can eyeball it, and we'll just. go from there.
Perfect.
Thank
Thank you
you.
very much. Appreciate it. Have a good night, guys.
Next, I'm just gonna go with the residents that are here. Somebody just came in. 11504 Northeast 11th Place, new driveway, Washington, Gamboa.
Yes.
Oh, that's them over there. Okay. What type of driveway is it?
It's gonna be concrete?
Okay. So you're at 35 and 25. Your lot coverage. Oh, I see. Okay. So it's 14 feet wide roughly. It's just coming off what looks like to be the garage area.
Yes,
Okay, and then is that front walkway?
yes,
That's existing or is that gonna be new?
it's existing.
Okay, you're leaving that in place?
No, I'm gonna replace, I'm gonna do everything brand new.
Brand new, okay. And then you're taking this with a 6-inch thick approach all the way out to the street, correct?
Yeah, well, it's gonna be fine, and then the approach, yeah, the approach is gonna be 6 thick, yeah.
Okay, but
So-
you're just, you're not carrying out that design to the street. You're just gonna stop it at the property line?
Right, at the property line, then it's gonna be a solid concrete at the approach.
And inside those lines, is that like gravel or?
Yeah, but, for drainage, I probably put rocks for, I don't know what is acceptable, fake gravel, I mean,
Hey, gravel, what's that?
no, I mean, what I talk about, I'm sorry, fake grass, fake grass.
Okay.
Gravel gonna be in the
Joke.
bottom.
Those are all acceptable things. So
Okay, okay.
Just was
I-
curious
I
what your
just
plan
wanna-
was.
The only thing that I would note is the sidewalk isn't on the impervious calculation. But it's 5 feet by 30 feet based off the drawing, which is another 150 feet, which still keeps them under the.
Yeah,
they have a
yeah,
huge-
I have a question about the sidewalk. I mean, you know, cause I've done previews in my other house, I have preview doing the sidewalk, so, if. If is a requirement to do the sidewalk or is optional the sidewalk?
It's not required.
It's not required.
But,
just more-
but what is necessary is it needed to be on that calculation. Because of the pervious versus impervious, because
Right.
that just had the driveway part on it, but. When I added the 150 square feet, it's still not over, so it's not.
Right, no, I still, I have a corner lot, and I think the lot has, I believe I have sufficient for this, for the sidewalk too, I guess.
Yeah.
That's why I was about to ask you if I'm allowed to do it, and if I have the chance, I will do it.
Yes,
Because I
yeah,
see in other properties that they have done, I don't know what they call it probably, or I don't know. Something extendable, it looks like a sidewalk, but it's no 5 feet wide, it's a little bit bigger. It's like the area that you guys call it here, the grass strip. So they're using the sidewalk and the grass strip, and I see concrete all over.
the
I don't understand. I'm sorry. I don't understand your question. Are you asking if you can do a sidewalk or do you have to do a sidewalk or what?
Well, if can you do it? That's the question.
I mean, you're not required to have a sidewalk. I
Right.
mean, you can have somebody walk down your driveway and then walk over to the front door if you. want.
Right,
I mean, there's no, I don't think the code says anything about having
Right,
to have a driveway or
But
a
if-
walkway.
if you wanted to, you could, but the other part too is. You did, or this is like a very pessimistic impervious versus pervious like calculations. You really aren't that close to 25% because it's a very long, weird corner lot.
yeah.
It would make,
Lot, lot.
yeah, I would make the argument that your front yard is 168 feet wide.
Yes,
Because of the way that it is,
yeah,
whereas you did it as like,
well, I only count.
A width of the house, yeah.
Yeah,
I
so.
don't think lot coverage is the issue on this because I mean,
Yeah.
they've got all that side yard that's considered,
but that,
that's all considered.
Yeah, that's what he's talking about.
So I want to know what you meant about what do you want to do for this walkway?
Oh, well, I just see if I can do it, if,
The way you have it drawn.
no, but I don't have a drawing here.
yeah,
The way I have it drawn, yeah. I won't change anything here. I
like-
just add the sidewalk.
yeah, if you want to change what is physically going to like exist when you look at it from a satellite looking down, then you have to like draw it out on the what you submit to us so that we can approve it.
Right,
But if it's what's in the exact thing that's already on the sheet that we're looking at,
right.
then you can tear it up and replace it.
All
and
right.
it Doesn't matter.
Another question, if can I add it later?
Understand the question. You're showing on the drawing a walkway up to your property line.
Yes, the walkway is
What are you
existing
asking
one.
to do?
It's existing one. It will be the same, exactly thing, but we're talking about the sidewalk, right? Whatever is after my borderline, whatever is after the borderline, that where the approach is located right now,
Okay.
right? The approach is fine, everything. I'm talking about right after that.
So you want
So,
to take your sidewalk to the street? Is that what you're asking?
yes,
You're
Can you
allowed
do-
to do that, yes.
I'm allowed to do it. Yeah, that's what was my
Yes.
question. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry for the
No, I
misunderstanding.
just wasn't.
So, but that's, I get you, your question is like, if I'm gonna do that, I have to show it. Okay,
Yeah, like
okay.
if like, do you want us to?
My question
Oh.
is like, can I present that later or I have to be both at the same time?
Oh, you could present it later as a addition. You just have
Right.
to, I think, do the.
Right? Is that allowed to do it later or no?
No, I mean, there's no conflict here. So if we approve it based on,
Yeah, but
With
what,
the,
he hasn't made his mind up.
Yeah,
what he
because I gotta
wants
talk to my
do
mom.
with it.
The house is me and my mother, so it's gonna be more costs associated. And I say, hey, mom, do you think you're
Think-
gonna like it or no? You know,
Why don't you do this? Is it possible that you call her, like go call her or, and then come back before the end of the meeting? And
Eh,
vote on it
we
then?
just
I
voted.
mean, I don't mind applying again, you know what I mean? But it's up to,
What's
I
the
mean-
issue? I mean, he's got like a parkway that's 50
yeah,
feet wide by 100 and.
That,
I have a lot of lot.
If there's a walkway or not, doesn't matter for lot coverage for us, so.
I don't care, but I didn't know that I could approve two different versions of the same thing.
Yeah, basically, I want, I want to look my house. If you're looking at my house for the static too, it's like, okay, you got the driveway, you got the main entrance, but it looks like you have an empty spot there, right? So it's dirt or grass or whatever you want to call it. So I want to make it even, so it looks very, more.
Oh, we can absolutely approve it. The thing is if I say, oh yeah, it's approved this way,
Then I
and
do
then your
what
mom
I
says
know, I
no,
understand.
yeah,
I
then
I worked with the city of Miami before. I do understand that, but I can submit what I want to be doing. I have no
Sure, I would-
objections to that.
I would suggest asking for what you want, and then you can always pull it back. That
Okay,
way, if you're subtracting something, you don't have to come back. And ask
right,
them for
okay, I
permission
see. It's when you add
without
it.
Doing something.
Okay,
So
okay, I
if
get
you're-
it, I get it.
If you get a permission on what you want to do, then just make a revision at that point, so.
motion to approve with the sidewalk going all the way to the street.
Agreed, second.
All right,
All right.
is that
All-
good?
yeah.
Okay, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
So basically you do what you and your mom want, and then when you go to close the permit, if you ended up not going all the way to the street, you just tell the guy, oh, we stopped here.
Can I also submit it to the office so they can see what I'm gonna be doing just in case? You know what I mean? Like I can submit it to Rafael, somebody on the office, say, look, this is the sidewalk, gonna do it. It's okay. So we don't have any problems. I don't wanna have any issues,
Oh, yeah, if you want to send it in, we just don't want you to have to talk to it.
Right,
again.
yeah, because I gotta wait another month or something like that. So I wanna start working on the driveway. Okay, all right.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your time, man. Sorry for the
No problem.
questions,
all good.
No
misunderstanding.
worries at all.
Have a good day.
We'll make sure we're clear. All right, 6J, 116005 Griffin Boulevard, replace the asphalt driveway with new asphalt ones, Harrison.
Hi, how you guys doing? We didn't end up actually replacing it. We just ended up resurfacing it exactly how it was. Since we're under construction for so long, we didn't realize like just how much debris was on top of the existing asphalt. And when we cleaned it up, the surface looked a lot better than we anticipated. So our installer just recommended just to resurface rather than tearing it out.
That
So-
happened today, right?
Yes,
Yeah, I saw, I drove by today.
yes. It's the same dimensions and the
Yeah.
original one. We didn't change anything, not even the material. It's exactly like it was since years ago.
So you're at, according to the dimensions, you're at 40%
Yes,
for your, on the property and 26% on the swale.
yes.
It's just the same footprint as previously.
Yeah, everything stays the
I live diagonally in front of you with a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old, and they got, I think it was actually done like
Yeah, a couple
right
days.
before the weekend.
Yeah.
Because they love watching the little paving machine. Anytime that you guys have a backhoe or anything, then I'm like. oh,
Cranes.
so-
Yeah, we've had a lot of equipment.
Easiest and best way to bribe a 3-year-old.
Yeah, congratulations on.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
a long time.
Yeah, it's been a long road. Finally.
So if there's an after the fact issue, that's up to the village to do it. But as far as zoning goes, it looks good. And if there's any questions,
Yeah.
I'll take a motion.
Motion to approve.
Second.
David Scarlett, all in favor, say aye. Aye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Take care.
Have a good rest of the day. Welcome.
Sir,
6 F and G, I was watching dishes and you guys, I didn't realize you're skipping forward.
Okay.
11315.
all right, these are discussion and walk-in. So actually you are on the agenda, so we will,
Oh,
we kind of go in order of, as you're placed on the agenda. 6F, 11315 Northeast 11th Place, remove degraded parking pad and install 1496 of concrete pavers. Concrete or pavers,
Yes,
almost. Omo Wally Brown.
that's right. Yes.
You just pull it up really quick.
Sure.
Either one has lot coverage the same, so it's, you have to stay within your 40%. 11315. So you're at 39.16 and 39.23.
Mhm. It's a little challenge in there. This has been something I've been trying to figure out for the last couple of years. I have a guy wire in front of my yard.
Is that what that pole thing is?
Yeah.
Oh, is that a wire that comes down to the ground
That's right.
at 16 feet?
That's
So are
right.
you gonna propose the driveway?
So, and that's the struggle right now. I finally got,
I got with AT&T Construction some time back. I had a point of contact there that was supposed to, at least under his initial estimate, he thought it was over engineered by about double. And he thought they could get it back to 8, but they weren't gonna proceed until there's a permit. Or, to actually evaluate, they didn't wanna, spend any money or time re-engineering it, so that's why I'm here now.
That's why there's two lines, one at 16.
So,
one at
and that's
8.3.
my hope.
Yeah,
In fact, I want to see if they can even get it back to 5, back to the setback. That'd be nice. It give me more flexibility there.
So zoning wise, we are fine. I mean,
Uh-huh.
that's a technical issue between you and
Correct.
AT&T. Now,
We have-
I actually have
we
a
have to
com-
vote to approve this.
we're just voting on the driveway, so that's all. We're not voting on the pole or anything like that.
No. They actually, I was hoping to have information on that. I didn't realize that the meeting was on Monday. They're actually coming out tomorrow. So I'll have some information tomorrow. Potentially might have to come back with a new design based on findings there. Cause
We can
I mean-
approve this and then if they can't get it at 8.3 or less, and you need to change the design, then
yeah.
you don't just have to do a revision.
Come back to us.
Okay, now, I actually did lay out, with, chalk and everything, the front, it's a little tight, honestly. And I'm right at the limit. I was kind of curious, just based on the experience, to increase that surface area, can I go with other impervious options like turf block or something like that?
The code is 40% total of driveway material. So it could be gravel, it can be anything that's made up of it. And basically it's lot coverage, is pretty much the way the code is written. So we want to keep it at 40%, even if it's turf block. We don't
So-
want to go to a point where the entire front yard is turf block and we say it's, because it's got holes in it, it isn't. It's
Right.
40% of driveway material.
Okay, so how impervious that material is
It has
is
nothing
not
to
a
do with
factor.
pervious and pervious. It's
Okay,
has to do
all
with
right,
lot
that was kind of one of my outs, but I guess that's not.
coverage.
an
Is this a duplex?
It is, that's the challenge. So the code was rewritten now to accommodate 5 vehicles, if I'm not mistaken, right? So have any other duplexes since the code's been changed, have any
Well,
duplexes?
the number of parking spaces didn't change in the new code.
Oh,
It's always been,
it's always been 5?
yeah,
Oh,
you get,
I thought it was
you have to
4.
have 2 parking spaces per unit plus 1
Okay.
guest park, which we usually
Swell.
accept in tandem. That means if somebody
Oh,
like a guest can park behind you,
Okay.
so, 4 units or
Okay.
4 parking spaces.
All right, so at least as that initial design
That's
is
if
laid
it's,
out,
if it's two bedrooms, right?
yeah, two bedroom units,
Okay,
yes,
so 4 parking spaces.
correct.
So
So as far as that's laid out, any
it's fine. I mean,
Yeah, that's
perfect.
yeah, so I might take it back to drawing board, and in which case I'll request a revision, because yeah, I was actually driving it as I had it laid out, and is you gotta be perfect. So
So you're saying that AT&T is gonna pay for moving?
so
this
and that
away?
was the thing. He said there was they could potentially construct a concrete, erect a concrete pole, which might not require that additional support. But he didn't think that they were, fork up the money for that, but they might be willing out of their budget to, as a repair item, come out and actually just adjust the guide wire angle.
Okay,
So that I'm gonna try and get them to get it as close to the setback line as possible. That way it's not a factor for anything at all. And if they get it all the way back there somehow, I might actually redesign it, something a little bit more practical for us, so.
Maybe coming in and going.
I need to go in like this, cars parking should go straight in instead of maneuvering into the spot, so, I'm dancing around there just for symmetry on both sides, and what, ideally, if they could just go straight into the parking pads, that'd be ideal.
You an
So,
architect?
no.
This is a very nice little drawing. It's all little radius.
On SketchUp, yeah, it took a while.
So are we voting? Are you asking us to vote on this?
As it is right now, yeah.
Okay, because whether the wire is there or not,
doesn't matter.
it doesn't matter to us. We're just looking at lot coverage in the design.
Okay.
So
Motion to approve.
yeah, second.
all in favor say aye, aye. Okay, motion carries on that.
Um,
Now, if you just want to make a revision, just, you'll submit an update and then they'll bring it back.
Correct.
So,
the the other item is not a discussion item, right? The fence?
No, it's 6P, 11315 Northeast 11th Place. This is for repair damaged north side fence. Brown also is the.
Yes,
And install new south fence and double.
right. So the north side of the lot, the left half of the house had a double gate and a chain link fence going to along the side into the backyard. I had one of these Australian pines cut down in the back and they brought out a massive crane, knocked over the fence, which I was already considering replacing,
I
but
remember seeing that. I was like, you really had a.
You saw that?
I mean, you literally had like a crane in your backyard.
Yeah,
Down
yeah.
that Australian pine.
yeah, they had
Not
to.
just like a
so-
bucket truck. You had like a.
Yeah,
Crane.
so they have in our easement in the back, we have the Xfinity line running. And then I have an oak tree and then the pine behind it along the FEC right away. So they had to cut it, tie it up and lift it over all of that. And that's how they got a 150-foot crane. So I was just happy it got done, but the fence project right now, I'm not, I only want the scope of the work right now is just the side of the house and the front yard. Because the backyard, I still have some clearing, I have to remove the old fence, I have to get the stump for the Australian pine removed. I was trying to reclaim more of the backyard, so it's about 3 or 4 feet more to the actual edge of the property line in the back. And I'm trying to reclaim that, but the Australian pine was in the way.
So, I noticed that you said, it says here about material depending on.
Yeah, so,
What
leaning on, Durafence is what I was gonna go for the sides. In the front, just an aluminum,
What color?
it was gonna be bronze,
Okay.
which
So,
is,
so what we're looking for is.
It's a little dark.
The location, which you're not coming in front of the front corner of the house, which is
No.
fine.
Right.
How high is this gonna be?
6.
6 feet high? Okay,
Yes.
so you're 6 foot high. And then, are the fences on both sides visible on the street, the same design and same color?
It's gonna be the same, yes.
Okay, so that's all we're really looking
Right.
for. As far as the going down the back and across the back, we do make sure that you're, the size and stuff, but
Correct.
what color and material is a little more, less irrelevant to us. because-
That's what I wanna know, because I actually went to one of the suppliers to see the fence material, and the bronze is a little dark for what we want right now, honestly. We plan on re-roofing to a darker material, and then possibly also the windows with a darker border around the windows possibly. So the bronze would match, but that's still 6 months to a year away from now, at least, honestly. And yeah, that contrast, I didn't know if it was gonna be a big deal.
Okay, so let's just.
They're conservative colors.
It's not on the, I don't see it on the permit per se, but if we just can make it that in the motion and let's, oh, there it is, like, there's a picture of it.
Yeah, the color option one.
Okay.
Mhm.
So motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Now it's approving on that color, or I could stay within a acceptable
In the
color.
bronze color, yeah.
In the bronze color.
Brown, bronze. Again, we're really just concerned about the front.
Uh-huh.
Front, what it looks like from the street.
Okay, yeah, and my neighbors, they don't have anything on the side right now, so the sides will be exposed. I think their stuff is a little further back, so.
And, I noticed there's some horizontal stuff here, so the fence can't be climbable. So you have to, it has to be a half an inch or smaller the gaps.
For the louvered style,
Yes.
yeah,
So
yeah.
you decided to
yeah.
go with
Yeah,
that?
And I wanted a medium to small louver anyway, so,
But you don't have a pool back there, right?
no, I don't.
Does it still have the not climbable thing if it doesn't have it, if the house doesn't?
Our code says non.
Oh, okay, no.
If it has a pool, the code actually, there's should be no gap.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, and on the side, the option. It's probably, I want shadow box, honestly, on the Durafence, do I have to come back for that? No,
if
okay.
you're good side out, that's the main, the main.
Okay, yeah, that was the final thing. So the code is officially good side out, even if there is a adjacent fence, it doesn't matter. Even in the back, not visible from the street.
It's the way, yeah, the code is written, good side out.
Mm. Okay, so shadow box would be no factor then, because it'd be pretty much the same on both sides.
Side, yeah, it's
Okay.
a good option for that.
Okay.
I mean, and one thing that you do have in, I don't know if you're aware, but I think you're allowed to go up to 10 feet on the back
Correct, on the FEC right away.
because you're on the tracks. So
Mhm.
you're actually allowed to have a lot higher wall, fence back there.
Yeah, yeah, Okay, so right now, I'm just really asking along the sides of the house for what was damaged and just to kind of mimic that on both sides. But to do the entire backyard, I'll have to come back for
We just approved it
the whole
for
thing.
the whole.
All right, good.
Only if you make any major changes. or-
No.
And you won't be able to close it until you,
Oh, right, until we inspect it. Okay.
okay?
Simple enough. Thank you. Appreciate your
sir.
time.
All right, going to the discussion item 7A, 515 Northeast 115th Street, new fence and gate, Rojas, you have something for us? You want us to come there?
So we are proposing a 5 feet high CBS wall, 5 feet into the property. And 15 feet into the front setback, like the code allows. Then we're gonna wrap around with aluminum fence, picket. We're gonna do the same here, setback 5 feet too. We're gonna do a terrace that is gonna be 15 feet, which is what we can live in the 30 feet that we have to live in the front setback. So pool equipment will be set back to what we need, so we will have to get a variance for the pool as you recommend us last
Mhm.
time. So basically, that's what we propose,
So you're looking for a
10 feet.
10 foot
Mhm.
into the side setback for
Mhm.
the pool
Yes.
variance.
Mhm.
Okay. Just to keep in mind, when you get to the variance, you'll have to make your case for a 17 foot wide foot pool, just saying, it's because it's the minimum variance.
This could be 15,
Yeah.
15, so we will be 12.
Yeah,
probably.
just keep in mind, that's one of the things they look at.
The size of the pool, is that?
Well, it's just that you're asking for a minimal variance into
Right.
the pool, and so you have to make your case of why you, a 17 foot wide pool instead of a 10 foot wide pool
Oh,
would,
Yeah, that's too
would,
small.
would,
We hired a police specialist. and it's-
yeah.
Oh,
But especially when,
All-
but especially if you didn't do a 10 foot, you could actually make it longer.
Right.
You would encroach less into the side setback. One thing that we do have an issue on though is, the material on this fence has to be continuous. So you have wall and picket.
Okay.
So then I have to be wall here too, because I need a wall for safety, for privacy and for noise.
Okay.
Because you've had people like come through your yard.
Oh, yeah, no, the last week they just run over on my mailbox. So this
Mm.
property itself, it's actually very exposed, people run a lot here, it's driving really fast. So I need protection. around
Not the
this.
last time, but the first time we came, we went home and we were talking about the safety. And then I see some guy in my yard pulling mangoes out.
Yes,
Even
right.
through the sidewalk,
So,
through the
yeah,
bushes.
we need to.
The mango
really-
tree.
Yeah.
Bandits are all around.
Yeah.
But the thing is if you do it here, you have to do it here because these have to be, the front facing have to be of this.
So then I have to do CBS wall here, CBS wall here, and CBS wall here.
I mean, if you want to consider, CBS wall with gaps of metal. So you're,
Thing is that
and then maybe
I need really
CBS,
privacy.
I'm just
here.
saying CBS columns,
And
do a design that incorporates
combination.
concrete and
Mhm.
metal fencing.
even if this side's solid. And then we have maybe like a half size with the columns and then the picket in between.
Yeah, even if like, maybe let's say you do this as the CBS, this is metal, do some CBS, with metal.
Combination
So
fence.
you're
So you're combining the-
continuing the design,
Gotcha.
getting what you want,
Okay,
but not just so blatantly just concrete,
Okay.
metal,
okay.
Okay, that's
you know,
great.
work the design into like the columns or something like along those. lines.
Anyways, all this is gonna have vegetation also, it's gonna be covered, you're barely gonna see it anyways.
No, it's already, there's already a lot of it.
Yeah, but even inside, you don't see anything from the
You
street
don't.
because we have hedges all around the house.
Yeah.
Nothing is gonna be visible from the street.
Yeah, but I like your idea.
Yeah,
To
yeah,
mix it up.
yeah, that'd be nice,
I think
that'd be
that'd
nice,
We'll definitely.
yeah.
Cause I mean, you might even wanna have like
a gate back here just for
Well,
access, so.
I used to have it apparently, because I see the
It
columns.
used to
the
be a
rectangle
driveway
columns
there.
there.
It used to be a driveway.
It used to- And this looks like there's a cutout. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, you might wanna get so your landscaper can get in there or something in there. You might
Yeah.
consider putting
even
it
the
in part of the.
Yeah,
side.
but if I have a gate here, people can see to the pool area. I don't want that.
Yeah, well, the wall's gonna be 6 foot, the gate can be,
No.
or 5 feet,
Yeah, but
5 feet,
well, it
5
has
feet.
to be a solid gate.
Yeah.
Okay,
you know, to give
okay.
you a solid.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Age, is this an issue as far as fence in front of the house?
So they're allowed to have a bump out,
Bump
A
out.
15 feet. yeah.
15 foot bump out either on this side or this side.
Okay,
So we're gonna take it this side. You know, this is gonna be right at the 15 feet that we're allowed.
So this, you're not needing a variance for any of
No.
this.
So basically, we need it just for the pool.
And it's just,
It's basically 3 permits, right? It's
Yeah.
that permit, that's permit, and pool permit.
Exactly. We're gonna do it independent because the pool has to wait for the variance. to
Well,
be
and the
approved.
pool has to, we have to deny the pool. if we
Mhm.
do it for the variance.
Yeah, but I
So you
wanna,
need it to
I
be
wanna
approved. Otherwise,
apply
you
as
know,
soon as possible to the variance because, you know, that's gonna take some time and we're already getting delayed. So
Yeah.
at least to have it ready, everything for summer next year.
is your trellis in here somewhere? I know you mentioned something about doing a trellis or something.
maybe over these spaces.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So,
But it's not gonna encroach the 15 feet.
Yeah, it'll be the
Here,
same.
it's same thing with the pool equipment. We're gonna accommodate it that it's not gonna encroach the 10 or the 30. So it's gonna be fine in that side. Now, I have a question that is not here. I have noticed that there's a lot of properties that have fences all around, hedges all around. And they have a gate. Only the gate, but then everything here is hedges.
so there are probably 5 properties in the village that have
A
gates.
few are with
That,
the-
some of them are, they're all, there's only one that I can think of that is actually
have
has a
picture.
variance. The
Okay.
rest are all non-conforming
Mhm.
and that were put up at some point during the history when either they didn't, weren't as strict or something, but basically the only one I know of that actually got a variance is the one on Griffin, and,
Like
Yeah,
the one on,
wow.
the one on Northeast Penn doesn't, there's one on Northeast.
there's one right here that's
Yeah.
like, they took the hedges down over here.
there's one
Yeah.
at 19, but they say when they close it at night.
Yeah,
No, I
Remember
have
this-
one
that couple
picture.
came
yeah,
over?
well, that was
And they- and they-
completely,
And they never keep that for a variance.
yeah, no, they realized they were not.
They're not gonna get it.
Yeah, so there are some homes that have fences,
Mhm.
if they ever knocked over by accident or whatever, they
Can't
start,
put 'em back.
they're not going back.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's at the street. Could you have
On the
hedge,
side.
a hedge that comes back along the driveway and
Like-
have a little pass through there?
This
So-
one is a house that have it, like they have hedges inside going in and then they have a gate here.
Yeah,
Okay.
so.
I don't know
okay,
if they have a permit or not.
okay, so-
You know,
so-
but I just noticed when I walk.
So that one actually, it's funny you say that they have a trellis there that
This is another
actually.
one. Look, they have it in the property line. This is 110.95.
Okay, so what you're showing us is 2 different things. So those are pedestrian gates.
Yeah.
You actually are allowed to have pedestrian gates.
Okay,
So this is a driveway gate.
No,
You're allowed to
yeah,
have driveway gates.
right, but
But pedestrian gates, you're allowed to have, I think they're 5 feet high by 60 inches wide or something like that. It's in the code. So
Okay.
people, actually, you can have a pedestrian gate
I want to.
at the property line.
Okay.
could you have one in the property line?
You could.
Okay.
That's kind of how they are there.
Right, that's.
Okay, like you said, like
it's just-
hedges, and like a little.
Yeah.
fence.
It's, you're allowed to have the pedestrian gate in the front setback. So
Okay.
it could be here, you know,
Yeah, so I can bring hedges up to here and
Yeah.
put it here.
Yeah.
For
you're
example,
allowed to do that.
That's
so I
what
have
did.
redirect to the walkway. Okay, okay,
That's good.
perfect. So basically, I need the variance for the pool. I can probably make it 30 by 15, not that big.
Take, set it in at 17 and now you can negotiate. Like, all right, guys, so.
Oh, no,
put it at
true.
15.
I just want to apply as soon as possible to the variance
Yeah.
because I need to move this fast.
I mean, you
Yeah.
have probably one of the strongest cases as for hardships of a pool in the park. But it's just, you always kind of run into that minimum
And
question.
What I would recommend too in the whole, I mean, your variance is about the pool, but
Mhm.
also these people are all humans that live here too. Like document like, oh yeah, I had these people coming.
Oh, I have
Vegas,
pictures.
I have
Oh,
these
believe me,
people
I have
knocking over
pictures.
my mailbox. It's like, hey, I'm trying to enjoy my
Yeah.
place.
Right.
My comment on that would be the mailbox, if it went back onto your property line.
No,
you
yes,
probably-
I
you probably
put it
would have-
inside the property.
This thing was right up on the street.
Yeah, I was like,
Like whoever
we can
placed
allow
it, the previous developer, whoever was that placed it, was like, well, you're just asking for that thing to be knocked over.
Yeah,
I know, I already installed one inside the property.
yeah,
so
yeah.
it's okay.
So set it back a little bit.
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely. Okay, so the
yeah.
the next steps, I guess, to take this and now to start applying for the stuff that we don't need a variance for, which will be the fence, right?
Well, you could apply for the thing that you need a variance for, is to be honest, and we don't need full crazy plans for the pool, because we have to deny it anyway. Like, even if you just give us a
That,
pool survey, yeah, you could give us this, and we're like, I'm sorry, pool has to be denied. Now you can start your variance process. And like, this is good enough that if you document in addition to it, what the materials are that you're making the fence, the color of the fence, we can basically use that for the fence permit. And then the deck stuff we would
Okay,
need.
so I have to submit for building permits. So I
Yeah.
get to this. Okay.
and you could just, you really could submit this.
Individually,
Yeah.
each one.
Yeah, because otherwise, because you don't want them together, because then you have to deny the pool one.
Okay.
so we're
No,
actually
I'm gonna
denying
start-
it.
I'm gonna start only with the pool permit and the fence.
Yeah.
Because here we're not decided yet if we're just gonna put the deck and then eventually we put some pergolas or we do a terrace. We're not 100% yet in this.
We
point.
wanted to get the okay with the design, because if it does, when it does go there, it'll be something.
But wherever it's gonna go here, it's gonna be within the 15 feet, that's for sure.
No.
Okay,
Okay. I'd like for you guys to come back to us, and get put on the agenda item, to talk about your metal roof.
Yes,
I think that,
Working.
Yeah, we already have
I think
the-
there's a discussion to be had on that, as
Okay,
far
great.
as the gabled in,
right,
you know,
I got
I
it.
wanna have the board,
When is the
I wanna have
gabled?
a board discussion on it, and
okay,
And, you know, it's one thing, the overhang on the pitched roof part of it, but where we keep running into these gabled ends,
right,
which even though the code says all the way around the perimeter,
right,
it's awkward on those ends.
right.
So, you know, maybe there's a way of just attaching the fascia, showing the 6 inches. It has the appearance of an overhang or something,
Right,
but I think as a board, when Ed's here, we should have a conversation on.
yeah.
that'd be
we-
great.
we-
That'd
yeah.
be great.
But,
Appreciate
you know,
that. I already,
We're gonna upload it today. We got the engineering
Yeah.
details today for the
Yeah.
solution, so we're probably gonna be coming the next. meeting.
Yeah.
we have
For that.
two proposals.
Mhm.
Okay.
That'll, like, it'll beef up the edge, it'll make it look like an overhang. And it'll accent it, so
Yeah.
it'll look nice, it should look nice. I think.
Instead of, you know, I think the concern was just having that metal hard edge.
Right,
On a concrete wall.
Right.
You know, it could be very commercial looking.
right,
You know, so if you're addressing that, you know,
yes.
let's come back and discuss it. I felt bad last time it was a very packed meeting and
No,
you guys were the first thing and we had to like. deny. Yeah, instead of having a conversation about it, you know, because we do, you know,
To my legs.
yeah, no, because we, you know, we are, I
Yeah,
think
I didn't know that.
we try to be a very. You know, open board and
Yeah.
work within the letter of our code and so,
I appreciate that, and I know you guys are limited, I was even saying, I know you guys are limited, it doesn't say much, but is there anything else?
yeah,
But I appreciate, appreciate the opportunity to come back with that.
so please come back and talk to us
Yes,
about
sir.
it. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, we'll see you.
All right, have a good night. Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, so the next item for discussion would be 7B 11193 Northeast 8th Court. Master permit alteration addition.
All right, how you guys doing? Awesome. So. I guess one little explanation. So this is the existing house. That's how it is right now. And we had a permit to kind of renovate this area of the house, like he's doing a new kitchen, renovate this room, the bathroom, do a couple little changes inside. And that was gonna be like phase 1, so that while we were getting the permit for phase 2, he could, because that's his master bedroom, he would move into this room while we do an addition here.
Okay.
So that's the point. That's why we started with an interior remodel and then,
So this is the existing house,
yeah, but actually this is the area that we're
That's-
renovating now.
but the existing wall with the roof on it is there.
Correct. No, it goes all the way to here. It goes all the way to here.
The
Oh.
entire.
This is the entire existing plan.
Got it, okay.
So we're renovating it from here over,
Got it.
and then when that's done, he's gonna start on
renovating this and the addition.
There's, okay, there's more.
So
okay.
there's more, this is the renovation part of, what they call it phase two, and the addition is also in phase two. So this, these are all existing, we have all these existing conditions, and existing sections. We're showing what's demo. Right,
It's like 1/20th and.
111, 111, and 8.
Oh, okay, all right.
Okay. So, pictures, it's the house that's got a lot of crazy, very exotic landscaping. Cool stuff.
This is across from Public Works? No,
No.
111. Oh, okay, okay.
Okay.
So setbacks, let's talk about that. What are we?
Yeah. So this side is the same, 19 feet. This one is 21 feet.
Okay.
The lot is 155. Yeah, 155. And so this is showing kind of like this is already remodeled, and then we're showing this is the. So it's just basically converting. The demo should make a little more sense.
Just adding a little bump out and stretching.
Yeah, so these windows that are right there are like right there.
Mhm.
Or just- Oh, no, sorry, here, yeah, here. So
So
that's
you're
it.
creating a
So
wall.
blowing, yeah, we're blowing out this wall and kind of popping this dive back out,
Okay,
and then
so the new setback is gonna be here,
21 feet.
and is this a street or is this a?
No, there's another house.
Another house, so it's an interior lot, okay. So your 10-foot setback is fine, lot coverage is gonna be,
Minimal.
But are you putting AC units on
Actually,
the
there's-
front of the house?
There's one already there.
Okay.
So we're putting the other one next to it just for ease, whatever. The thing is that here, like, he's got this big yard and every once in a while, he's like, he'll bring in a tree. He's got a lot of exotic trees. The guy's like a tree and plant lover. He's got, really cool stuff. And so he always wants to be able to bring a truck in, or he always wants to be able to you get a little bobcat carrying a palm tree or something, so he's really concerned about making sure he has enough space back here. So that's, so I don't want to put it here.
Are we allowed to approve it here?
it really shouldn't be in the front.
Yeah.
part of
Should
the
it,
house.
it shouldn't
Yeah,
be, or,
yeah.
well, because one of them's already there.
Yeah.
And who knows how that got there?
Yeah,
Okay.
and basically if he came for any type of permit of like, hey, I want to put my AC unit back there, I need to replace it, we'd be like, sorry.
Yeah,
So you can either put it somewhere else or there's.
Even if
provisions
it's
that
covered?
talk About putting it on the roof, but it has to be that you can't see it
Right.
from anywhere, so you'd have to put things that would.
Okay.
or.
Yeah, so I'll
or-
see if he could stand to have it there. The thing is that like he's got a hedge here. And then, up against the house, I'm just worried that he.
Well, let me just ask you, so, I mean, you have a 47-foot setback.
Mhm, yeah.
So, I mean, if you were to, the thing is visual.
Yeah.
So
Well,
if you were to
it's
build a, if you were,
completely
no,
covered in
but if you were to build a
landscaping.
concrete
Uh-huh, like a
wall
little
out
wall.
like that
Yeah,
and make it part, like a wing wall or something that's part of the house,
okay.
you would, 3 feet, 4 feet high, to cover,
Sorry, yeah.
to cover. It's a-
Okay.
Because the problem with saying, oh, the landscaping is like,
It's not.
what if he
Yeah, yeah.
sells and then the next person comes. and
Demo
takes
that,
out
right.
the landscaping.
Right.
But we're looking at these AC.
So
Or
can I stop,
hurricane
just to not block these windows? Can I kind of?
Yeah, just like that, just do a little.
Okay, all right, so I'll see if
So
he
if
wants to
something
do,
would hide-
it's either that or here. I'll see what he.
Yeah, it's kind of like, you're not supposed to look at the garbage can, yeah. Your lot coverage is fine, that's a huge lot.
Yeah, it's a big lot.
Your rest is it your home?
No, no,
Okay.
I'm the
Oh,
architect, he works with me, this was his project, so he was on his way home and it's nearby, so.
Okay,
we were just by to check it out.
what now, what are the elevations gonna look like?
So, yeah, we're trying to make it kind of look really similar to the existing house. So the idea is it's just kind of, blend in.
So this is
It's
the new.
flat, yeah. I mean, he wanted a high roof, so we're kind of keeping the same, detail and just giving him a higher roof, but.
And that's brick?
Well, the house has some brick, in little spots, so we just added a little, he's just kind of tied in.
Yeah, actually, it's like a planter or something, but we can do this here in the
Yeah.
front, so we can continue this idea of having a planter here. And probably in front of the AC.
That's what I was gonna say, if it's brick here, like visually from dead on, you wouldn't even notice that there's a gap from like the midpoint.
You're not gonna be able
to see the bricks actually, because it's gonna be covered.
Anyway, he's got so much landscape, but yeah, like you said, somebody comes and buys it and says, look at this crazy mess of landscaping and just bulldozes it all.
I mean, if you, and what you have going for you is that it's at 47 feet.
Yeah.
If you were at 30 feet and you, with the idea of doing a wall would be into the front setback.
Right.
So
Then we
it
need a
would, then
variance.
you would have a problem with that.
Got it.
So this,
Okay.
your benefit is that it's so far back, you know. But I mean, I'm loving the fact that they're keeping an existing structure and not
Yeah, yeah.
destroying it or whatever. They're actually, it's gonna
Yeah.
continue with the architecture that's already there.
Yeah.
So this one wall, the new wall, is just blank. There's
It's
no-
just
there's no-
blank, it's west, it's his bedroom, and he just doesn't want,
That's
know,
fine.
any kind of, like, I don't know, no
One
sunlight. or-
story. What is the height of the story?
Is it 11 feet?
Yeah, bathroom and closet, yeah.
So that's like, think where the bathroom is.
So are you ready to go to your permit?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Actually, it's funny, we had a 2-story addition that we were. Oh, we had- I
Already
guess we-
submitted, wait.
Yeah, we had submitted it. It started going through, we're getting comments. No one mentioned anything about. And then he was just like, oh man, I got all my prices back. You know, the numbers are huge, contract, construction's so expensive. Let's scale it back. You can give me a master instead of on the second floor, do on the first floor. So we redesigned it and submitted back again and then it got stopped and told to come here. So anyway, we got through a round of comments without having to go to the board. I didn't even realize. Yeah. But.
And we had actually looked at it? We-
No,
Oh.
no.
He's saying it got through.
Well, originally it did. There was right, and then we got that one approved.
Yes, that's
And then we came in and submitted the 2-story thing. And we got a round of, I think we got a round of comments, right?
Yeah, we were about to get approved.
Almost had a permit. And then the owner said, wait a second.
But it never made it to the planning board, it never came to us.
Right, it never went to planning board, right?
Right.
So then, so you're right,
So you went, so you.
So then we
submitted a
redesigned it.
renovation, Added an addition afterwards,
right,
but they had already started the other
the
trades.
construction, right,
The other trades had already started reviewing it, so they just took it as a renovation.
Right.
And then nobody actually looked at the fact of like, oh.
that
the
it was a
planning board-
2-story
No,
addition,
the
right?
planning board actually look at this first, because we would have caught it. We would have been like, hey, no, we're gonna, that's, typically you come here first.
Right.
But by doing the renovation, you over jumped us, because we don't typically go like for interior renovation.
Got it.
Sorry, but do we have any issue with moving this? If you're ready to go to permits? then are you ready? Actually, already ready to permit.
Well, we have the permit, but we also had already done the mechanical, electrical, plumbing, structural. We submitted for permit, and since nobody said anything when we were doing the 2-story. I didn't even know you had a board, or I thought that maybe the board was only for certain things, maybe for doing 2 stories or 3-story, I didn't know, I just said, it's just submitted, so now.
So motion to approve pending visibility blocking fence in the front.
So are you okay with,
But this is a discussion item, though.
We can move it to the thing.
Okay. So let me ask you this, if we just.
But you're already moving through all the rest of the.
Right, exactly, so I'm not holding you up, right, exactly, it's not, well, it is holding us up because we submitted the plans. And it's been a couple
So
of
don't
weeks,
you
we had
guys want to
hearings,
move
they
this
said,
from the
okay.
discussion to an actual item?
So we're. trying
Again, motion to move to an agenda item and then make the same thing saying pending upload. Okay, so motion to move to 6K. Alright, and then 6K. Whatever, this is 11193 Northeast 8th Court, so motion to approve plans pending upload of revised drawings that shows blocking wall in front of AC units. Alright, you gotta pull it out, but you have to say that.
Oh, they say aye.
So, but it's to just move them on the side,
That's fine.
Just deal with it with him.
so we just move to the side and. How we'll pick up that.
You would, when you change that, you would be aware, but it doesn't need to come to us.
But he's gonna make a note of that motion, and it's gonna be in the record that we're asking for a privacy wall for the AC units.
And you have to upload, before you'll get the yellow piece of paper, you have to upload to the OpenGov those drawings that then show like a little wall, and then like that front elevation, all of a sudden there won't be, honestly, it'll probably be easier to delete the AC. Yeah. Honestly, it's probably easier to just delete the ACs and be like, yeah, the wall's in front, and it's the brick in front of the other brick, like. Yeah.
Thank you. No problem. All right, so we have a walk on 7C, 630 Northeast 121st Street, please. So this is a question,
Yeah, sorry that we didn't send you the documents in advance, but I don't know if you see it on your end, that was sent to you prior, like years ago, the survey where they had a structure on the back of the property.
so I'm just trying to understand what the issue is.
We got like violation for having that structure there that is like not approved, that it's illegally built.
So so this is a Airbnb, correct? Is that what it is?
Airbnb, we were doing Airbnb for RVs. One RV is gone, another one stays. Just because we get in the title for that RV. It's not gonna be Airbnb anymore. It's just
Okay.
gonna stay there.
630 Northeast 121st Street. So we're not aware of what your violation was. So, you know, we're the board on the front end. I'm just trying to understand what it is. So is it the issue that the structure itself there's a problem with the structure?
No,
Or is somebody's living in the structure?
no, they used to live there.
Okay,
But we want to convert that into shed. We don't have like money, we don't have desire to demolish it. We didn't build it. We bought the house like
Okay.
that. And the previous owner submitted survey to the city with that illegal structure. So we asking your permission to keep it and convert that into shed. And I would like to ask you what the procedure is for that.
okay. What, do you have access to what so the thing is you're allowed to have a shed and you're allowed to have a shed a certain, you know, it seems like what you have is actually an accessory structure. It's not a shed.
Yeah,
Because a shed is gonna limit you by the size of it,
uh-huh.
but you are allowed to have an accessory structure that you
Okay.
could call a garage, you can call it a workroom, you
Okay.
can, but unless there's a physically a problem with it, I don't see why they're gonna be, or they're ordering you to tear it down.
They didn't order, they ordered to legalize that.
So they want you to. Cause that's a log cabin, right? So that's been around since like 1935.
Yeah, log cabin is one thing, and
Is
then
that
on
on
the
the back?
back of the lot, we have that structure.
Okay,
And two previous, we called the previous owner, and he said it was before him.
yeah, so there's not an
All
issue,
the time it was.
there's
there.
not an issue with the structure.
No.
'cause The structure, as long as it's not encroaching or falling down or
No,
there's not
it's
any
not
problem.
No, it's all the time.
Then it's,
painting,
the
keeping
structure from what I'm gathering, from what the information you've given me, seems to be right. It's the use of the structure maybe is the issue. You're renting it out or something, right?
Whole thing, I have no idea.
Yeah, but also from what we were advised that it was built like illegal, so now we have to legalize, like get permits. So the city would come and check if everything is in order. So what's the procedure for that? Because initially I was told that it was never approved to be there.
I mean, if you, hold on, yes.
Actually brought my bag because I was like, there's a chance that my thing dies this time, and I never smart enough to bring a charger. Well, the RV is like kind of like built, is it like built into the property? Yeah,
That's, the RV is not what we're talking about.
No, RV was removed, one of them, and another one.
do you know, is it this thing or this thing? So that,
For this one, it's a gazebo. I applied for the permit to demolish. We were.
oh, okay,
Yeah.
because the problem is you can have one additional
No, we-
structure, you can't have
No,
two,
we're demolished.
okay.
said before, also we bought like. didn't do-
Yeah.
The amount is.
I pulled up on Redfin like a better thing that has like the kind of the layout of everything. So this, they have a permit for demolishing. This is the structure. And this is from, you guys bought it in 2019?
Yes.
Yeah. This is the listing from when they
So
bought
we're
it.
talking-
Yeah, I can verify. 'cause
No,
actually-
that's the front part of the house, so that
Oh,
is
I
all
see.
fine. It's this little structure at the back here, that's what they want to turn into a shed. That, if you don't mind me asking, is this from that part back there? Or is this?
No, this is the front of the house.
Oh, okay, this, yeah. There's not, I mean, it doesn't really matter, but of this stuff, there's no like real other better pictures of what this thing is, right?
What the speaker about is the right.
Yeah.
And this is illegal. The illegal, we don't like it, so we will remove it very easy, but this one. This is very easy, it's like a story.
Yeah.
So-
I mean, what I would say is just say that it's your additional building unit. Only thing is from after the fact is that they'll probably need to have the inspection people come out to close, because if we issue the permit saying, hey, this is an additional or after the fact additional building thing. He still issues the yellow piece of paper. The inspector still comes and looks at it and says, okay, yes, this is safe and stuff like that.
So all we need is to request,
And after the fact,
But he's not showing any structural violation.
yeah, like.
I mean, I'm looking at the,
Bring this up, I just, use the storage thing.
I'm looking at the county unit government and you know, something was built in 1933, which is the main building, and then there was another structure that for 731 square feet was 1968.
that was an attachment to the.
And then in 1972, there was an 1100 square foot building, something attached to it or something.
Yes,
So I don't know if that's all that main house.
yeah, that's the main
Yeah,
house.
yeah, the main house is very big. And is this solar on the roof?
No. It's, we don't have solar, right? No, it was water. It was for the pool, for the water heater or something.
Oh,
But I-
okay.
I smaller.
Yeah, okay.
Doesn't work.
Where are you guys from? One of the guys that I work with, ever been to Claw? Claw, the restaurant,
Well, yeah, I leave. I mean, I leave.
Near that
What,
building?
right? That's
Yeah.
what it is.
yeah, cause that, guy who owns Claw is from Green.
Oh, for
Is it Sasha? Yeah. So I work with him, but your guy's accent, I don't like guessing people's accents,
Yeah,
because
would say
you
right,
guess
you
their.
would say right.
No, honestly, the subtlety is of talking with him so much and talking to he has a translator too.
Uh-huh,
His accent's way thicker than your
Uh-huh.
guys.
uh-huh.
I was like, if I was gonna guess, I would guess you ran.
Did you like the restaurant?
Yeah, no, we help manage it.
Ah,
That's one of the,
No,
I'm
but
off-
the food and drinks.
yeah, I'm a financial guy, but I also have ownership in a bunch of restaurants, but our restaurant group manages that one, one of them. For me, it's easy. I just do the numbers and shoot them. But
Why are they here? Not at the code enforcement. It's, well, it's right here. It has something to do with, building structures or building code violations. Unaltered, it's unlawful to construct, enlarge, or repair, remove, demolish any building. I'm still not clear what exactly you're being told. But let me ask you,
Waiting, like.
Have- have you been to the code compliance board?
Yeah,
The other board?
Dina, she told me to come on Monday and speak to you, to us to keep the structure. If you let us keep the structure, not to demolish, if you will allow that.
So,
I don't know why she said.
so based on what I can tell, you are allowed to have an accessory structure.
Okay,
as long as you meet all the code, setbacks, lot coverage, things like that. So we don't have an issue with an accessory structure being back there. Now,
So from 2022, beginning of 2022, to have an Airbnb, you have to have a license. So we didn't, like honestly, we did not know about that. And then the inspector, she told us through intelligence, she found that we were Airbnb, so we came over. No, they didn't come over, they sent us the violation, right? So we came to speak about that because we didn't really rent that, we had Ukrainians from Ukraine say that we were giving them please.
I think the previous owner was a pretty notorious Airbnb-er.
The previous owner was doing Airbnb. No, but this is an investment for us, like we bought the house based on all the structures that were there, Airbnb numbers. And now, 4 years later, we were told that we were doing something illegal.
So just,
So we had to demolish a bunch of stuff, pay for that, and now there is no Airbnb. We're really considering to sell the house, because like, we didn't buy it for us ourselves.
so our new Airbnb code is about a year and a half or so old, which was not there previously.
Yes.
So now we require registration, all the different things. And that's how you got, it came to.
Yes,
you
and
know,
then
this is that.
we invited the inspector to come over to our property, so then gladly agreed, and she went with us and she.
We
said, come to see the people who live there, because and that woman, people from Ukraine was there, so we didn't do 1 year.
Yeah, I think you would actually just have to show a lease, right? You have a lease? If it's not actively on the Airbnb site.
Yeah.
These are refugees.
Yeah.
Exactly. But so the lady, the code officer, she went over and she saw the gazebo, she saw that structure, took picture, and he added more violations. So we went to dispute, not dispute, but discuss. 3 violations. And we got. Exactly, Uncle Sam is. And he told us, guys, you're amazing, you're doing a great job. Go to the hearing and maybe they will waive the violations. She didn't advise that you're gonna pay $250 for each violation. Additional. Administrative fee or something like that. So we ended up paying $5,500 instead of $3,000. But for now, we're just.
Oh, yeah, we're the good guys. We're not the code compliance people, right?
No, and I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like, because I know that in this country, you get a warning, you do something not illegal, but you're not the one who built those things.
No. And actually, I saw the place at this house hunting here in 2019 too. I toured the property and I know I didn't want to buy it. I was like, it's really cool, but but I was looking for a house to live in.
Yeah, no, you were not, you were like.
It's so weird. It was so weird because it had all these different.
So from what I can read here, it's can you click on that again? With that review? The violation says multi-unit building in the back of the property built without permits. So I think all you need to do is just get rid of whatever living facility in it is there and have it declared an accessory garage, shed, something like that. Then I don't see what the issue is. I don't see how they're gonna go back and make somebody get something permit that's probably been built since for 40 years.
Does it have a stove in that very back thing?
It was electric.
Basically, you take the electrical stove out, then it doesn't. Yeah, you take that out and you say, here, this is my storage unit.
Yeah, it's real.
Then, yeah, this is my storage unit, but then that's still, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's the main thing that then would say, oh, this is a kitchen. Therefore, rather than this be outdoor bathroom, like workshop area, anything else, really the stove and cooking stuff is the thing.
But the thing is, they were violated on, it says built without permits. So how are they determining something that the cabin itself was from 1935? How are they determining if the back structure was built without a permit? So what you need to,
Zealous.
so I don't see anything wrong with what you have. As long as it's not a place for somebody that lives in it. And as long as it's built to the code of our building, you know, like it's not falling down or something. I just don't know how we clarify this.
Were you guys looking at the property appraisal site to find out what the shed was built? The date?
It doesn't say shed, it just has,
The other,
yeah, it says,
they would only know if there was a permit, right?
yeah, so there was something built in 1933, 1968, 1972.
So that source would only know if there was a building permit issued at that point.
Yeah, but it doesn't say whether it's the building in the back or it's the addition on the back side of the log cabin.
Honestly, it's something where you could basically be like, prove that we didn't build it with the permit.
Yeah.
Because we have 3 different permits. Tell me which ones those count.
Is it,
Ooh,
what is
what
it,
about
what is it,
survey?
what is it made out of? Wood,
It made a,
concrete?
Is the wood in.
But-
inside it's perfect. Plywood,
Oh. Okay. Is it not finished with stucco or wood siding?
outside is like finished wood, like I don't know. Decoration wood. And inside the second one is plywood.
Because it does say here that there was something called a slat house. Better, whatever that means, built in 1940 at 600 square feet.
600, this one, is this? Because you see, it's your copy from. one.
Yeah,
And-
yeah,
And the measuring says, 20 and 30.
so it's a 10-foot rear setback and then
No,
no,
No, not
10 foot.
No, no, not
and-
not 10.
No.
This one,
No, I know. No, I get it, no, but.
No, no,
here's
no,
10.
it's, no, this one. This,
No, I know, I'm just saying, I'm just
Ah,
saying.
from
For our code, 10 feet
yeah,
and 12 feet or 19
no,
feet
this
or something,
20,
or this, let's hear.
20 by 31, 620.
So. For us, we're fine with it.
logically, that's a building permit. They got a building permit.
But why didn't they need a building permit? That's something that's already existing when.
No, I mean, the county is aware that they built that, so that's why.
1940.
I say,
Have you seen this?
Could it be a safe structure?
overzealous.
But that's the code. So this is the Miami-Dade County property information. I don't know if you've seen this or not.
Make
The
it up,
property
like-
appraiser. So you just Google property appraiser, you put your address in. And then it has all the information about the property. Like, is this your address, Bay Shore Drive Unit 4311? So, but then it has all your taxing, this is all public record. Taxing, and then it has, your exemptions. And then here's all of your sales that have had all the sales over since 1985. How many times it's sold? And then it also has a breakdown of the buildings.
You found the 500.
And then look, the extra features, so like chain link fence, screen enclosure, wood fence, patio, pool, flat house. 1940, 600 feet. So I would take this,
Maybe that's the.
So you're gonna drive around to.
I would, so the thing is you have a violation that's not us. So it's almost like you need to go to the code enforcement board, which is the other board. It would- And just say, listen, this thing was here since 1940. It's illegal. You know, they can't enforce you to get a permit for something that's already been built legally. So, but it's not this board, it's another board.
We share all information, never open track for this. I'm hopeful that this.
You said you checked the other board or the village?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, there's how many people.
We, We don't have records going back that far.
Any chance you can look up our driveway? Made of asphalt, and we also like enforce to. The driveway, but I don't know what's wrong with this one. Because we also bought the house,
So here's the thing, we're not code enforcement board and we're starting getting into like a gray area for us. So I would encourage the code officer to talk to the code enforcement board because it's the other board.
okay,
You
the
know,
driveway question as well.
yeah, I mean, it looks like your driveway, if this is on the way it is on the survey, it looks like it would be okay.
This is asphalt right now.
Yeah, we allow asphalt. But there's a reason why, they don't just cite you for no reason. There's a reason why they cited you for this, so. And we don't know why. When is code enforcement board?
Once a month.
Is it, but what day, is it this month? Again, is it this Wednesday? Cause isn't it like this on the Wednesdays?
Oh, I don't know.
Do you know when the next code enforcement meeting is?
It's February 6th?
Oh, yes, birthday cupcake.
Oh, that's right, we're the birthdays. We're the- This needs to be handled by. Well, first of all, I don't see what the issue is with the accessory shop.
Yeah, no,
No, we're not,
No.
I'm saying it's illegal.
No, the next year.
Uh,
You're there to the 12th.
Well, the other one is different, yeah. But the one is very-
You guys run off.
But-
So-
All right,
so you
over.
could go to code
No,
enforcement.
but that was because of the Airbnb.
Here, you wanna see something?
That was-
This is my friend's Porsche that he races.
Oh, you got the guy.
Yeah,
All of it.
yeah. And I'll show you, so
So,
I
but
made when everything happened,
Not for the instructor.
when,
We all have birthdays around the same time. All of us. No, like within a month of each other.
Well, they have
So-
a delayed version.
so one of my, I can't find the actual proof, but right when everything started, I made like 500.
So when they go in front of the-
A sunflower, and then in the middle of it, it has snake.
Right.
And then around it says like Russian worship, go fuck yourself, right? And then I would go to the protests and demonstrations or whatever, and
Yeah, no, it was there. and
I would give them,
No.
I would say, hey, if you give, you show me that you give $25 to a Red Cross or Ukrainian military, or like, I didn't care. Like, you show me that you donate to, I'll give you a shirt for free. But I have a bunch of clients that are from. That's why I kind of, that's part of why I was like trying to guess the accent.
Yeah. We have lease on the.
It's on the survey. It's on the survey.
Yeah. No, I see, I, same thing. I send to like a bunch of random people, but these were all people that are the Ukrainians that I know. They're like, yeah, this is my cousin. He just got his house bombed and stuff like that. So I'd be like, oh, okay, it's a real person. Anytime that would happen, I would send.
Yeah, that would be and then I see that you guys have it as a demolition permit. Yeah. Yeah, I see.
That's awful.
It's the worst.
You know, whatever he's asking about the driveway.
You're all in it,
Oh, the driveway. Yeah.
all in it together. Yeah.
The new ordinance for what?
They like legalize it through.
They don't have a driveway?
It's not very small.
And were you guys able to
No,
come
but
here before the
They
war?
have a driveway. Why are they getting a citation?
So it's the same like it was.
Mhm.
We have also, he has a lounge.
But did you get a citation?
You bought a restaurant from him and you guys are still friends?
Yeah, well, we're really.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you look a lot alike.
I mean, hold on.
I was just joking because normally
Maybe.
one person gets somebody else into the
The
restaurant.
gravel is the.
Why did you give me this pain?
Asphalt, degraded, like falling apart and gravel crumbling?
I mean. that's-
So maybe that's what the citation was, is that it's not in good condition.
Yeah, but this can be repaired, but it's not.
Well, then you have to get like a repair permit.
Yeah,
Maybe that's what it
it
is.
says Gazebo. Gazebo. Deck. Back of the building, there's a lot.
Gazebo, deck,
It's items involved-
and pergola. So that's not that building. So this really should be.
These are really good.
No. So.
Can somebody clarify with our
Yeah, so
code officer?
I will, yeah. So as far as the violation for the building, by the SDR code. But, anything that can be that permit for the building, is not permit yet, so it's a suspended event, yeah, right, so it shows that it's, structure was very violated. Yeah, the condition of the, condition of the shed, right, that's good. But for the, usual, the new, I say it's one of the. It's a, it's yeah, that is the roof is fine, that the wall, the door is safe, so that no. Cats can go there and die, you know. So safety is the key, all right, the structure is.
You gotta care for the cats.
And you can address that before. Is safety, you use it for storage purposes. No, but it's okay, so it's just a storage. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And if I can come there. Yeah, so.
Don't say that because you're just gonna keep getting $250 fines.
Send us an email. Instead of like to appeal that citation. And like to be really and that's the next for important. The next one that we. You know, December. I'm not having any in November. There's one that is in the past. So, the problem is by the relationship, the problem by November 18th.
I mean, but as soon as you start the appeal, it basically you're hitting pause on everything.
Yeah, I'm gonna send the email, try to do it, then you will have the regular, that you are in, the deadlines. Yeah, you wait until December. So that will be the way to get this from the business. And then as far as.
It looks like a maintenance, something. I mean, I see asphalt parking there. At Tesla.
Yeah, as far as the driveway.
I don't understand. I don't know what the citation for. I don't have it in front of me.
Well, there's no citation for driveway yet. Have they talked to you about the driveway? Yeah. Will of the.
Because we have bigs, but I don't know what the bigs, we want the outside bigs, but it's so small, it's not that condition.
So do you understand what we're asking is you're gonna handle taking them to code enforcement on the accessory structure? The driveway, they have to figure out exactly what it is. To me, it looks fine, but you know, again, why are they asking for that? I just, you know, I wanna move us along a little bit here. I mean, unless it's like right here, this is it, maybe this is it. Probably that,
Totally, yeah.
yeah. It's probably that. They're probably saying that's degraded, it needs to be repaired. That's probably what it is.
Yeah, but we understood.
Yeah.
if the rest is in good condition, I don't.
right?
Yeah, totally. You don't have to have a fence. That's not a rule at all.
Look, there's a little
Any
bit,
fence.
a little bit here.
You want zero fence. No problem.
That's what I, again, you need to talk to.
repair,
Repair.
repair driveway.
Yeah.
Right? So that you're gonna have to come from private zone for the driveway.
And it's a simple permit. I mean, it's just. nothing. We're saying it might be that right there. Repair that.
Uh-huh. So like finish like,
Just-
okay, that part,
It's-
okay.
It's falling apart, so maybe that's
Okay.
why they gave you a citation.
I don't think there's a station yet for the
But-
driveway.
The lady I spoke to on the phone, she said here about the issue of the issue.
Oh, I see.
The eight violations, a total of 7 that we had, that was like, we haven't received it, I don't know the reason.
Your violation for your Airbnb.
Yeah, like you said, they also mentioned about the. Thank you very
Thank you.
much.
Okay, you're welcome. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
You're gonna-
So good luck.
Thank you for your help.
Hope everything works out, but yeah. I was eating cupcakes.
I remember like the previous owner like marketed it as like, you know, you could stay in a log cabin, you could stay in a camper. I mean, they were doing all kinds of, the previous owner. Airbnb.
Yeah, there was an Airstream camper on site. It was very.
All right, so
Has everybody be sad for Raphael because he got his car?
Oh.
So he got it back.
They got the car, burn the car.
This is being added to the minutes, right? What is it? 6I. We have a 6I birthday celebration.
all right, so we do have minutes from September 11, 2023. You know, last Saturday night, one of my last friends took me out for my last birthday celebration of this year. Like I feel bad working it like 3 weeks after my birthday. Never turned down a free dinner, you know?
Your birthday month.
How's Chris?
Okay, so.
I don't know, I'll ask when we get to
September 11 minutes.
that.
Nope.
Yeah, I don't see anything wrong. 404. Yeah, and then we move the discussion, or move the discussion to everything all works. All correct, so motion to approve.
A second.
Aye.
Alright.
Carries. Then I have minutes from September 27, 2023. I have it in here. Approved 3-0. You'll approve, you'll approve. You'll approve.
That's the couple of
9.
that all looks good. Motion to approve.
Seconds.
All in favor?
All in favor, say aye.
We don't have anything right, any language or things right now that's up in front of the commission, right?
I don't believe so.
I can't remember anything that we're actively supposed to do.
Next would be, 5B, old business, 1010 Northeast 118th Street, install new wood deck and pergola, Zachary Stern. Did we get anything on that?
This was from board meeting from June 12th. So.
Permit approved to move to an agenda item. Page 5, page 4.
Oh, it's really
Area
porch.
work across the back.
No, it's across the front. The front covered porch.
I'm seeing something that says area of work. It's like a hatch thing across the back.
Is it? Are you on 10-5 feet, 10 northeast?
10 Northeast 118th Street.
I have installed new wood deck and pergola, and the 5th page is a front porch.
2, 3, 4.
The last page.
4 and then page.
The last page is the front.
It's funny, if you look at the page above it, page 4, it shows it in the rear. So they don't even have their survey right.
Oh, yeah, yeah, so these are two different plans. So motion to deny pending
documents,
inconsistent application. Motion to deny pending inconsistent application. Basically, page 5 shows the front porch and page 4 has it as a back porch.
But if you look at Northeast 19th Street, there's a, I mean, if you look at that last page, page 5, new document after page 4. It's like they want to do a front porch across the front there.
Right. But they were saying two different things.
But just to be clear, it's a 27-foot setback. They want to come into the front setback.
And the other part too is whether we would need a new survey. And that new survey will tell us that from the setback.
It's on there, but it's still producing tree.
Yeah.
Which is how my mom used to make us always. She made them with her credit card.
So the delusion is that they say, yeah. Drama recipe.
We already did 5C, right?
Yes, let me deny it.
That could be front setback. So which street is this? 110, 110 north, so it's east of 10, so it's not. So this is at sector C, actually. Yeah, so. To make covered front porch, so there's a setback issue right there, 27.61. For those posts on that front porch. It's like a flat roof front porch on the front of that house. Is it, I mean, is everybody looking at that last drawing?
I already motioned to deny it.
Okay, but I'm just want to make sure we're denying it on the right basis. That it's in the setback.
I mean, there's multiple bases. We don't have planning that's in the setback, or we don't have surveys in the setback. With the page before and contribution has it at the back.
I mean, you don't think that on page 5, that on the right-hand side, that site plan is not sufficient for survey? Yeah, no, I mean, there's conflicting information, yes, between page 4 and 5. But a pretty decent architectural drawing. Page 5, it's just the setback issue, really. And but I'll, if you want to make a motion on the thing, that's fine. You made a motion. Scarlett, did you second it? Okay.
Because it's denied because it can't go into the setback, has to stay beyond 30 feet.
And then clarification of the document. Well, one of the documents has it on the back of the house. And one of the page, the final page has it on the front. We just want to clarify where exactly the location of that. Yeah. Or contradicts 5. I don't even know what house this is. Is there a little wood house on 118th Street? And what does it mean by install new wood deck and pergola? Is that this front porch is supposed to be considered the pergola?
I was gonna say the word that. That was
Yeah, and they're even calling it a roof addition on the drawing, so that it's all kinds of. I mean, call it a covered front porch like it is on the drawing here. Something's making me itch. Okay, so I have a motion, I have a second, all in favor, say aye, aye. Okay, so 3-0 denied. 5-8, okay. Next would be 5E.
So this one, I've already been doing everything. So the good news is everything is white. The bad news is that there's one horizontal roller and everything else is, or I'm sorry, 2 horizontal rollers and everything else is single hung. And there is a schedule, but the bad news is there isn't a picture that says what numbers go to. Yeah. Like, so I have the schedule here, but the problem, and then I have each one. But the problem is there's nothing that says where the house is. No, so if you could pull it up, then. Gage, I would say that we move on to the next one and then come back to 5E in case he has at the very, very bottom, but otherwise we can't.
So there is a schedule here.
Yeah, there's a schedule, but there's not a drawing that tells us what number goes. And since the single house or not rolls. Oh. You telling me your charger was dead? Forgot that meant that you would
This is
need
the one
to-
that they put that, who's it, this one? One more, keep on.
on the side. Well, sometimes if it's dead, you have to leave it for like 45 minutes for it to like get enough juice to start. But yeah, it's,
Right there. So not, all that for like 2 windows?
well,
But according to this, nothing on the front is being done. It's all side, basically.
yeah, it's 12 windows. Technically, it's 1A and 1B and then 2 to the left.
1A. Oh, what is that thing? So 1A and 1B, and then what are these 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? Oh, so hold on, look, there's only product approval on 1A and 1B. So he's not, is that product?
Well, all of the other ones are below those pages. The other corresponding.
So 1A and 1B,
I think that 1A and 1B is but they all have product approval numbers. There's 2 columns for product approval numbers and then the mullions.
I
there's
see.
2 mullions of those have products.
why does it say you can see another one?
Yes, every single one of those. Goes by the separate. We motion to make language that says. That all windows have to be in these colors and all everything facing in front of the house has to be a certain type.
Well, we tried that in our last, that was part of the language of the commission, and so one of the things that the state commission did last year was they took out the part, I mean, there's an entire conversation on we can't regulate placement of windows or something, so we basically were tasked by our, to basically make suggestions. And we don't have the legs to. Hold on, what is that? What was the one before that? Another one before that. Building B. How many buildings are there? So all the existing windows on the front face that are not part of the window are white casement and horizontal sliders.
Oh, the
And it's
only
not-
other ones that are single, if there's 2 horizontal sliders and everything else is single hung. Everything on the front. So
Yeah,
means we can approve.
yes. And I'm just trying to figure out what other buildings they're talking about. How about this window here? 1A. These are already existing. There's gotta be another building back there. Is there another building? back there? Oh, there is another building back there. It's like it's a garage or something. Yeah, I mean, it's a garage. That's kind of what it is. And by the fact that the description has a sort of kitchen in it, concerns me, but we're just looking at windows. It says building B and it says kitchen on it. I get a motion to approve. All favor say aye.
I have a question about, 5F. It says that we already approved it. 5F?
I think we had maybe we decided we wanted them to submit a document on it. Is that what that was?
Doesn't say that. Approved. Move forward to the-
Oh, no, but then, this is for the whole front door. It was approved with the window.
Oh. Right.
Okay, well. That's what we don't have. Copy of it, so it's still okay. Motion to approve.
Favor say aye. Aye. Motion carries. Okay, 6A, 510 Northeast on 19th Street, new swimming pool, Danina Vandermeer. Oh. Oh, this is the new construction that's on 19th. That's it's going up right now. The two-story house, isn't it? 510? Yeah, that is it. Yeah, the new two-story that they're going into the pool from.
Oh, that one, that's.
Okay, lot coverage, they're still at, according to this, 29% of that lot. The pool is gonna be There's just a survey that, oh, here it is. So 19 feet to the other side, 15 to the other, and 34 to the rear. It's smack dab in the back of the house. Motion, please.
Motion to approve.
Second.
There's the aye.
One thing I would say is this survey doesn't have a driveway and we don't have a driveway calculation, so this is just going to jam them up when they do that.
Yeah, I'm sure we looked at all of it when we approved this house. Now they're coming in for piecemealing it all. You know, but you're right, they're gonna eventually run out of land.
They have a little concrete pad on the back and then they have the house under construction and then they're adding the pool behind that. And then they're gonna be left with 11%.
Buyer beware. Okay, next would be 6C, 900 Northeast 120th Street, reinforced 2 slabs for 2 standby generators. Okay. Well, no. 2 generators. You're only allowed to have 1. 900 Northeast.
Why would we limit people to one generator?
Cause it's only include, I believe. Generator. Number permitted in a residential district. a maximum of one permanent generator shall be permitted on its auxiliary use in a single-family residence, duplex unit, or townhouse unit. Maximum of one generator per structure shall be permitted on multi-family developments. So, and then it has the setbacks. District permitted accessory is,
Wait, this is 6C,
so,
because when you click into it, it says 11955 Northeast Ninth Avenue. This says 900 Northeast 120th Street. It both is Mercedes Gonzalez, so that part is the same. But then this says removal of 6 existing impact windows and a door, adding of 6 new French impact doors, 1 new impact patio door, and casement bathroom window from Craigslist to add more light to the rooms and to better house. There's nothing to do with the generator.
okay, so let's,
Do we know if that, which is the right address?
it's on
Okay.
two different, it's on corner.
Ooh.
So 900,
No.
But it'll have-
1955
even if it's a
Northeast
G-
Ninth Avenue and then 900 Northeast 120. So two different addresses. And, but this page also, this thing only has one page in it. This has the application. Doesn't have.
so it says 900 Northeast 120th, reinforced 2 slabs for 2 standby generators. You click on 900,
And it's one page and it's everything I read. I like
removal,
that.
yeah. What does this have to do with?
Yeah.
Doesn't.
Motion to table. And then we're missing the application then.
The correct application?
I mean, we're missing every page.
I mean, there's nothing, and also the title is 2 slabs for generators, and you click on it, and it's what David just read. Has nothing to do with generators. Okay. All in favor, say aye. Okay, so 3-0 table. More info.
We did this one, look above at, 5F.
So 60 is 5F.
60 and 5F are the same. Same. RV 23 install 4 French doors, Dale. Blah, blah. It's the revision.
We just did it.
Okay. So 303. Okay, next is 6C 10931 Northeast 10th Avenue, new driveway, Jeff Drayman. 10931.
It's an institution.
You know who?
He's my neighbor across the street, so I'm one of the witnesses and Bailey's the other witness. So I don't know if I need to recuse myself.
This isn't the same guy again, is it?
This is my neighbor across the street. No,
Here or old one?
old one.
But this isn't the guy that had the corner lot that wanted the,
No.
that's come into us like 10 times.
This is a very simple, boring, he had one wide pad, but it's beaten out. He's had that since it was constructed, and so he got hit with the notices for needing to upgrade his driveway. So he's doing the 2 wide pads and making it go a little bit deeper, so he doesn't have to walk as far. He doesn't have an email, so I did all the stuff through my portal thing. And I walked him through it, I did his impervious calculate and see what number C. such good impervious.
Does it actually go out to the street?
Yes, it would.
Do you have any financial involvement in it?
No, I'm
Okay.
gonna say, I don't know if I need to recuse myself, but I was helping him out because
You
he
know,
doesn't have an email, he doesn't
Yeah,
have a way of
okay.
submitting.
as long as it's, these pads are going 20 by 30 and they go to the street,
Yeah.
then I think they're fine. You don't have a right, you don't have a reason to refuse because you have no interest in it.
No.
Just being a good neighbor does not make you have to refuse. Do you have a motion, please?
He gets up at 4 in the morning and sometimes he's the first person at bagel bar eats. So I'll get phone calls when I wake up saying I got your bagels and that's as much as my interest. But, motion to approve?
Second.
All those say aye, aye. The motion carries. Okay, we've covered the rest of the agenda. Right. So I can see anything that I've missed. I'll sign all the documents. Our next meetings, we're gonna be November 6th and 20th after.